Modern-day Viking culture is stupid and cringe. Get your Viking beard oil, your Viking drinking horn, your Viking jewelry, your Viking t-shirt for the gym to look like an intimidating douche, etc. Honestly, Somalian pirates have way more in common with the Vikings of history than any living Scandinavian person alive today. At least they're still out there on boats trying to get some pillaging done. These modern Viking nerds are exactly the same as the 1980s kung fu nerds. Pick any exotic warrior culture with some pagan mysticism and badawing badaboom, $600 trillion. Dude, I'm a blonde European woman, not even from a Scandinavian country, and you would be surprised about how many American men try to flirt with me by saying, "Yeah, I have big muscles, I'm X% Viking, Scandinavian." Biggest cringe ever. First of all, do you think because I'm a light blonde European I somehow am only attracted to Vikings? Newsflash. Vikings are dead. Deceased. And if I wanted a Scandinavian guy, then why would I, a European woman living close to those countries, be impressed by some gremlin-looking dude from Arizona telling me he's 3% Viking? Vikings is a large part of Scandinavian history. Many traditions, songs and stories have their origins in the Viking Age and can therefore not be overlooked. I completely agree that there is a specific group of people who make it singe, but there will always be a small group of people who will make any subject cringe. My Swedish brother-in-law wears a helmet with horns on it sometimes. He also claims that the Vikings were just peaceful settlers. Not historically accurate, but yes, he is just trying to feel culturally superior about the past while ignoring modern Scandinavian culture. It's not just Vikings culture. People do this with a lot of historical groups. Whether it be medieval knights and crusader, Romans, Spartans. It has to do with nostalgia of the legendary past and the feeling of excitement and vigor it gives people. I don't think it is wrong for people to be interested in the past and have fun with it. I do agree it's bad that some people engage with it in a way where they are spreading lies about the past. The best we can do is push them to engage and do more research and realize that these peoples they idolize are not legends but people like you and me who have all the same vulnerabilities and all the same fears. It makes their appeal less sexy and also helps us learn more about them. You need to simply break the mythological barrier. Then you can guide them to study the history, be interested in it while not practicing weird imitations of something that is not historically accurate. Dude, as a Scandinavian, the only thing everyone talks about here is America and Western culture. We also think it's kinda cringe. As a Dane, I do feel like people romanticize the Vikings. It's the same with Knights of the Round Table. Knights often didn't shower and released themselves in their garments. They were smelly AF. Vikings are no more than a brand these days. However, I don't think that there's anything wrong with a drinking horn. I do have some for my homemade mead and glögg. T-shit lol. I tend to agree. There's a lot of historical ignorance around it. Someone told me throwing axes was a Viking thing. It's not, the French popularized that. All kinds of little things like that. I think the biggest disservice has been making them out to be nice, honorable people. They had one leader they called the child lover, because he refused to toss babies into the air and catch them on his spear. All the other Vikings thought that was hysterical. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun and vibrant culture, but you need to understand that it was mostly given to us by Germans in the 19th century the same way Greece was. We don't actually have a ton of sources about the time period. Partially this is because the Vikings kept burning all the books. Anyway, people should be more balanced in their approach to history. There are rarely good guys and bad guys. Impressive beards though. Deleted. Op. This thing that I don't like is dumb. Real hot take you got there. Hey man, I'm just an American football fan. We Scandinavian honor our shared past. We don't actually live it. Half my family that lives in Scandinavia are vegetarians who drink alcohol-free beer, are very concerned with global warming and play way too much Dota. Not exactly what one pictures as metal Vikings. Edit. But they are all crazy tall and travel constantly. Very jealous about that. Yup, and as a sword guy, I find the myths surrounding Viking weaponry horrible and cringy as well. I think the Vikings had the absolute best rebranding. They're literally known for stealing, raping, enslaving people and killing, yet modern people think that they were cool folks. Like the type of people you would want to have a dirty martini with. I go so far as to say that they've had a better rebranding than the slave masters and slave traders of the US. The daughters of the Confederacy are probably jealous. Vikings are kinda a running joke here in Scandinavia. Almost nobody except the gym guys you described take them seriously. At least from my experience. Even as a Norse pagan I agree with you. The idiots wearing mass-produced shirts with a picture of Odin and some cringe saying really ruin it for the rest of us. I wear some jewelry, sure. But my Mjolnir to me is the same as a Christian wearing a crucifix around their neck. I hope you at least know there are Norse pagans who aren't like that. There are plenty of us who find the whole Ragnar idolizing culture just as fucking stupid as you do.